Welcome back to the New York Sports Exchange, episode number 127. And the Kansas City Chiefs are once again your Super Bowl champions.
Oh, it's a perfect world
Back to
we live
back.
in, Stan.
Back to back.
Couldn't be more angry, but you know what? You just got to live with it. This is the new Patriots reality we live with now. So you just got to suck it up.
You just got to respect greatness. That's really all I've.
The thing is, like,
that's my philosophy with it.
They make me so angry because they don't play the role of the villain.
They don't.
And the Patriots did so well. So I was like, all right, I get it, but I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. Chiefs win the Super Bowl. We'll dive into the Super Bowl, recap the entire Super Bowl from beginning to end. Mahomes wins MVP. NBA All-Star break coming up. Trade deadline. We didn't even cover the trade deadline yet. So the Knicks made a lot of trades, perhaps one of the winners of the trade deadline, but my God, they are benefiting from this All-Star break coming up. We'll recap all the trades that went down in the NBA. Not that big of an entertaining trade deadline, even though the Knicks were.
You know what, though? The NBA trade.
We were spoiled the last 2 years.
Yeah, I feel like it had to.
With Kevin Durant getting traded and then Harden getting traded the year before.
I feel like at some point it had to slow down. There's no way that trend could have continued, and I guess this year was the year. Pretty uneventful. Yeah. Honestly, some of the bigger moves were made after the deadline. Lowry and Dinwiddie additions to Lakers and 76ers.
Lowry went. Where did Lowry go? Oh yeah, Lowry went to the Sixers.
Dinwiddie's a Laker.
Dinwiddie's a Laker. We'll dive into that. NHL. Rangers seem to be getting back on track. And speaking of the Rangers, we have to embarrassingly admit something. I cannot make it to the to the game of MetLife.
Scheduling mix-up. It is what it is.
We kind of jumped the gun on the tailgate. Let's just be honest. There were a couple I was a couple beers into Duke UNC. They were down 4 at half. I wasn't liking the vibes. I was like, you know what? I got to feel good about something. Here it is. And then that was it.
It is what it is. It is what it is. We're college students, all right? Everything can't work out.
Yes. But Rangers getting right back on track. What was I just going to say? They take on the Canadiens tonight. The Islanders got a couple of big wins.
They're just confusing
after the All-Star break.
They went 1-1.
They went all right.
Toronto.
They beat Toronto.
Lost to Seattle in overtime, or a shootout rather. They're a confusing team. Their game against Toronto, they look spectacular. Then Calgary, they look pathetic, and Seattle was just a mix of both. So I'm hoping on Sunday they could figure it out. I'm hearing a little rumor mill that Barzy didn't skate at the practice today. He may just spend some time off because he was the only All-Star for the Islanders, and this would be his first break since. So I'm sure he's just taking a day off, nothing crazy. But if he doesn't play, we're screwed. That's about that. See what happens.
Probably maintenance. I'm not really.
Yeah, I assume so.
Into myself. Baseball. Some big baseball news. Pitchers and catchers reported yesterday, but huge baseball news. Corbin Burns traded to the Baltimore Orioles for not much.
No, not really.
Not much
but
at all.
Wanted out. He really wanted out. So
he wanted out. Bobby Witt extended by the Royals. Altuve gets an extension. Woo!
Another year.
Another 5 years.
There's no way he keeps his pace up for 5 years. That's not happening. No.
We're gearing towards the end. I feel like we're gearing towards the end.
Though we say that now, and then like a 22-year-old Dominican guy is going to come up and bat 400 against the Yankees in the ALCS, and it's like, all right, well, I don't know.
We'll see. Okay, let's dive right into it. Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl champions for the second straight year.
There's not even really much to say about this game. What I will say, though, is the fact that 49ers players are coming out post Super Bowl loss.
Yeah. Why would you say that?
That doesn't help your case at all. That doesn't. That more actually makes you look pathetic that you weren't prepared like the other team in the exactly. You look like a bunch of morons. You got to know rules going into probably the biggest games of all these people live up until this point, I would imagine. So I don't know. Failure to prepare is to prepare to fail, and they they did not prepare well enough. So,
Yeah.
that's all I got. I do not want to talk about this game. I hate the Chiefs so much, Stan.
Well, we have to.
I know.
We have to.
Oh.
What was I just gonna say? Shit.
God, they just make me so angry, dude. Like this, it's just every year. Like there's nothing when they think you're dead. You think they're dead. Middle of the season, we're like, they don't got it. They got it. They still got it.
Yeah. So let's talk about that first half, because it was certainly something.
Why'd you say so? You cut out there.
The first half was certainly something.
It was something. I had a feeling, just because you look at this every single time the Chiefs play, they're losing, and you're like, oh, they're not going to come back. They can't come back, right? How many times can they come back? And then they come back, and you sit there and you watch the game. I don't know.
I can hear myself too.
Oh, I apologize.
Are you wearing headphones?
One of them just died.
Okay.
I'm switching.
Nope, switching. Okay.
Continue.
Anyway, first half Niners. I thought it was on that receiving touchdown by CMC. I was ready. I was like, there we go. Chiefs can't find anything. Then the second half happens. Overtime. No one really knows the rules. I didn't really know much of the rules. It was the first input, like the first. Here's my debate with the overtime. Why hasn't it? Should this be the regular overtime format?
Well, the thing is,
why change it?
Yeah, right. If you're going to implement a new rule, why only adjust it for playoffs? And I understand, because they're going to people like, oh, because of the Chiefs-Bills game. Boo fucking who? And you know what? I'm so sick of this. You could have the best game ever, and you could say that, oh, this is not how it should have ended. But that's how it ended. The Bills had a chance to finish that game. They didn't get it done. The Chiefs had a chance to finish that game. They did get it done. And now you switch the rule format, and I understand, like, yes, like I said earlier, the 49ers should know the rules. It's pathetic that you come out and say that after the fact, that this game's over. But it just makes zero sense from a rule book and a sports stand. Like,
it doesn't.
To switch the rule. It doesn't make any sense.
I like the new overtime. I'm a fan of it. I just don't think that
there's no reason to put it.
Yeah,
like it happened one time this year, and it's the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for that.
It's pretty ironic
for that to happen. Yeah,
it's pretty ironic. I'm losing it on what I was going to say. What'd you think of the halftime show?
You know what? I like Usher. I'm an R&B fan, so I didn't have a problem with it. I know a lot of people who don't listen to Usher were like, "What is this? This is horrible."
I knew a couple of songs, but there were a few where I was like, okay, because I know he played some of his like old shit.
Those are some throwbacks.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Here, funny enough, I was talking about Alicia Keys in the first quarter, just randomly.
I think it was confirmed that that she was going to be performing.
I didn't even know that, and I wasn't talking about her performing. I was sitting in a room, and I said, because we were talking about Usher songs, because we was wondering half. I go, I really wonder what Alicia Keys is up to these days. Like, I haven't heard from her in whatever. And then, funny enough,
she did that song with Jay-Z and was like, I'm out.
And then, like, funny enough, she has some bangers. Don't sleep on Alicia Keys. But
do not sleep on Alicia Keys. Do not take that no context thing.
Stan,
take me shitting on Alicia Keys out of context. That is a queen of the music industry.
My jaw dropped when I saw her on stage. I go, "Is that Alicia Keys?" I just didn't know, and I was like, "Is that Alicia Keys? What the hell?" Like,
poor girl fucking butchered that first note though.
Yo, and I feel bad for Alicia Keys' husband, because Usher is just loves doing this for some reason. Just chill out, man.
Usher always finds himself in a controversy like this.
He does it to himself. He knows what he's doing. He knows she's married. Come on.
I do want to congratulate a specific group of people. 14-time Grammy Award winning, Primetime Emmy Award winning, 40-time American Music Award winning, 40-time Billboard Music Award winning, and 23-time MTV Video Music Award winning, and now Super Bowl champion winning. Congratulations, Swifties. Tim, thoughts?
I am like the biggest anti-Taylor Swift person on the planet. I think she's horrible. I think she's like the worst kind of person on the planet. I think that
I had this phrase planned, by the way.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
this
I
wasn't
figured you
like-
do, just to grind my gears. But when someone's carbon emission is,
Oh, God.
her 1 year carbon emission is the same as like I don't even know, like 871 people over 20-year span just from using a private jet. Chill out, dog. Like you don't need to
Chill
fly.
out.
13-minute flight, by the way, from like St. Louis to somewhere else in Missouri. 13 minutes. It was a 13-minute flight. There's a thing called a car and public transportation.
Tim's going carbon neutral.
You know what, Stan? I did take a Greyhound the other day, so call me what
We're
you want.
going
But
completely carbon neutral.
I'm my carbon footprint's lower and lower every day. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. Carbon neutral.
Oh, shout out Kanye, by the way. Just because now I'm hating on Taylor Swift.
Stop.
His
Stop.
album dropped number 1 on the Billboard, and then they
It
took it
got
off
re-
Apple Music. Yeah,
Off Apple Music. Yeah.
Yep.
Ugh.
he needed
Oh,
one song with
come on.
Playboy Cardi, and everyone went crazy. He
It was
knew
Ty
after that
Dolla Si- I thought it was Ty Dolla Sign that was on
there was
the
one
album.
Playboy Cardi feature in the whole thing, and
There was
everyone
one
went nuts.
Playboy-
He
Okay.
played it live,
my
dude. I'm
God.
telling you, one Playboy Cardi feature, and everyone went stupid.
Oh my God. Ice Spice was in attendance.
Yo,
That meme of her and Jason Kelsey, I will never get over.
crazy that Ice Spice was there, but what the hell was Shaq doing? I mean, what is his Instagram post? Did you see that?
No, I
It
didn't.
was like Ice Spice is so fine or something. Like it was just a picture with Ice Spice, and then and I don't understand. I'm all in this beef for some reason now, but he was beefing with Kanye, and then Kanye posted something, said I looked up to you as a kid. All I want to do is sit down and talk to you. I'm a huge Kanye stan, by the way. I will not vouch for what he did prior, what he said, anti-Semitic.
Thank you for making that clear.
I will not
What
vouch
did
for that.
they-
That was off the rails, but he's a
What did
great
he
artist.
post about Ice Spice?
Dude,
Was it was it a story?
No, it was literal Instagram post with Ice Spice. He may have taken it down, but you could
Finally
look up
met
Shaq.
Taylor Swift. No. Oh wait, here it is. Shaq. Oh, he did like a Facebook thing. You know, back in the day when when Facebook statuses were a thing, and it would always
Yeah.
like show your name. It would show your name, like dash, and then your post. That's how
Yeah.
Instagram is formatted. So it said Shaq is username and at Ice Spice is so damn fine. Thanks, Taylor Swift.
I know it's crazy, like, and I
That's
don't know,
awesome.
but shout out Shaq.
You know,
I
she
guess
she played volleyball at Purchase College.
I did know that actually. I saw a
I
video
had
about
no
that.
idea. I saw a random college athlete's post on Twitter.
That's exactly what I saw. I saw a video on Twitter.
Okay.
It was I think it was the same tweet.
Isis Gaston was I don't even know what she was, but she played volleyball at Purchase College, which is like a walk up the hill from our boy Jack Scanlon at Manhattanville. So, but she was only
Scanlon
there
the
for a
next
year.
Ice Spice
And-
confirmed.
Confirmed, maybe. Huh?
If I see him dancing on the stage like that, I'll have some questions.
You know, her brother is like the number one. I don't want to say the number one quarterback, but he's one of the best quarterbacks of his high school class.
Hey, that
This family just
family's
breeds talent.
eating up right. Yeah, it's just eating up right now. I was gonna say
They're
it's
just
not
eating
even
him
all,
up.
it's not even all on the music stage. It's on the football field. It's like Snoop Dogg and his son.
Apparently, he's like really good too. He plays at
Yo.
Iona Prep.
Crazy that I'm asking. I don't think you're gonna know. What happened to Snoop Dogg's son? Didn't he have like a D1 scholarship? Did he fizzle out? I don't.
Snoop Dogg's son.
Kind of off the rails here to start this episode, but I'm loving
I
it.
know we went from I love it too. Snoop Dogg's son. What happened to him? Oh my God, he died. Wait, which one?
I thought one had like a D1 football scholarship. He died?
One of them died back in 2018. Oh, he quit football.
Okay.
He left behind football for a life of creativity.
Oh. I mean, that sounds lit.
for
So
him.
I can't even
That
blame.
sounds
That
awesome.
sounds fun as hell.
When your dad's Snoop Dogg,
Yeah, life of
is
crea-
always fun.
Yeah. That just
Life
means
is
I'm hanging
always
out in the pool house.
This has been Celebrity Relatives. That's really all I can think of. I'm related to a celebrity,
Who?
or once a celebrity. Tim, do you know the band Rainbow?
I do not.
Back in the 80s? Okay. Their lead singer is I want to say my third cousin,
Damn.
Joe Lynn Turner. Look him up. Met him at a funeral. Thought he was a woman.
And that's People with famous cousins.
Seriously, look him up, and it'll be
What's his name?
justified. Joe Lynn Turner.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. I mean, this last picture.
Now, factor in that and factor in me at like 10 years old.
Yeah, I was
or
gonna
11
say,
years old,
now.
seeing a man with that long of hair.
Well, I just saw a picture of him now. He's 72 and bald, but shout out your cousin.
What?
He's your cousin, dude. I don't know how you didn't know.
How is he bald? Oh my god! What happened, Joe? Not a call? Nothing?
Reach out.
Not a call? Oh my god.
Well, and that wraps it up for this episode of Family Matters with Stan.
Urkel.
Yeah, exactly.
What was his line? What was his line?
Oh god. Oh my gosh, what was Urkel's line?
Oh my god.
What was his catchphrase?
Oh, did I do that?
Yeah. Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Whoa, mama.
We look forward to next year for football. Give it up for football. Give it up for football.
Thank you. Anyone but the Chiefs at this point.
Football. I think, dude, they're going to three-peat.
I'm rooting for 31 teams this year.
They're just hell-bent on three-peating right now, where I'm just like, no one's stopping them.
Fingers crossed Chris Jones quits football after the offseason. Please retire.
Did we bring up the fact that there's going to be a Friday night football game next year? In week 1?
All right, this has become the biggest money grab league in the entire world. But
I think it sets. At first, I was upset, but now this sets up for possibly the best football weekend in the history of mankind. NFL
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Thursday kickoff game. So the Chiefs against someone. Friday, you have the Brazil game, so it's the Eagles against someone else. Saturday, you have Texas and Michigan at the Big House.
Damn.
Sunday, you have a full slate of games, and then Monday, you have Monday Night Football.
Yeah, that's going to be a good week.
That's a good week of football, man. Now that I think of it. At first, I was really annoyed that there was going to be a game in Brazil, but now I'm and now there's going to be one in Spain. I don't think next year, but the year after, something like that.
Listen, I want a winning record. All right, we're going to talk about next year. Just please. You don't even have to make the playoffs. Just please be 9-8.
Go 9-8. I don't care if you play in China.
Really, just go 9-8. 9-8. Just 9 wins. If we can get 9 wins, I'm feeling good.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's just like the thing with the international games, though. Like that used to be like a treat when your team was playing overseas.
Now it's like why? Now
it's so.
I gotta wake up at 9 a.m. Like I don't want to watch this. They're gonna get routed in England. Like why the hell do I want to watch the Jets get smoked in like Mexico City? I'm sorry, it's just not for me.
Yeah, and now I think it's gonna be Chiefs Niners and no, I'm thinking of something completely different. Oh my god. It's college basketball. Kansas and Houston are playing a game in Mexico City next year for basketball.
No,
not that it mattered. I don't know. I don't even know how I confused the Kansas Jayhawks and Houston with the Niners and the Chiefs. Don't. I've had a long day.
Moving on.
Moving on. That's enough for football. Give it up for football. We'll see you guys next month at around free agency.
Yeah, with the Jets' $7 million cap, and they're going to do so much. All right.
The Bears have like $83 million in cap.
It's going to be a splurge for some teams.
Oh,
we'll get into that later because I got a lot of things. Where's Brandon Ayuk going? There's a lot of things that got to be answered.
Oh, yeah, that whole thing. Yeah, a lot of answers, a lot of unanswered questions. Moving on.
Talk about later.
Yes, we will talk about eventually, probably March or next month. Moving on to the NBA, the trade deadline. What a deadline for the New York Knicks. OG Anunoby goes down. He's out for 3 weeks. Julius Randle, they say his rehab's going very well. The Knicks go ahead and get Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks, 2 much-needed players. I know they've lost 5 out of their last 6. That's without Anunoby. That's without Randall. some without DiVincenzo, some with like our rotation is just so depleted right now. We need this all-star break more than anything, and thank God we did. Knicks get Alec Burks and Bojan Bogdanovic. The Pistons get Evan Fournier, Malachi Flynn, Quentin Grimes, Ryan Arcidiacono, 2 future second-round picks, and cash considerations.
Yeah, it was a good move. It was a good move for the Knicks. It was a much-needed piece.
Very good move. All right. Here we go. I feel like also we mentioned how this trade deadline was underwhelming. I feel like all the big trades happened earlier.
Yeah,
like Harden to the Clippers happened.
It was already mid-season.
October, November.
It was already prior.
The Knicks happened in December. Like, yeah. All right. So I'm going to read off these following trades and what it means. Mavericks get PJ Washington. PJ Washington, a 2024 second, a 2028 second, and the Hornets receive Grant Williams, Seth Curry, and a 2027 first. It did not seem like Grant Williams was that popular in Dallas.
No, he was not.
Also, might I add, Mark Cuban is giving away first-round picks like it's candy, which leads me to believe that he is selling this team.
Yeah, this might just be in an effort to keep Luka. I think they're sort of not in like a they're not in like a desperation mode or anything, but this is a very much win now team where they need to add what they can add. Now, you're not going to have Kyrie for so much longer. How much more does Luka want to, stick through this? Is it a bit of an overpay, in my opinion? A little bit. A little bit. But like, if you're a good team in the NBA, first round picks really don't mean too much. So if they can stay consistent, and if that pick ends up being like 25 or 26, it's not really anything beneficial for them anyway. So this could be a good move.
All right. 3-team trade here. Sixers get Buddy Hield from the Pacers. The Pacers get Furkan Korkmaz from the Sixers. Doug McDermott from the Spurs. A 2024 second-round pick from the Raptors, which was originally the Raptors pick. A 2029 second. Cash considerations. The Spurs get Marcus Morris. I think that Spurs point is irrelevant. Sixers get Buddy Hield.
Marcus Morris shade is crazy.
Sorry, Mook. Loved you as a Knick, but come on, let's all be honest. Let's all be real here.
Take a look in the mirror for a second.
Yeah. Love this ad for the Sixers. Buddy Hield already making an impact. I bet on him the other day. He cashed the bet within the third quarter. It was awesome. Brings 3-point shooting. I know that Joel Embiid is out for an extended period of time. He's out of the MVP race. That's really all I got.
They don't move me. Adding him really doesn't move me either. It's okay. Without Embiid, this is kind of a mediocre team in my opinion. So, not saying they're horrible, but they're not making any moves.
Another 3-team trade. The Suns get some bench depth, much needed. Royce O'Neal from the Nets and David Roddy from the Grizzlies. Grizzlies receive a 2026 first-round pick swap from the Suns. Chimezie Metu, Yuta Watanabe, and the Nets get Bates Diop and Jordan Goodwin and draft rights and 3 future seconds. Give some bench depth for the Suns. I don't think that they've been acclimated to the rotation as of yet. I know the Suns played the other day.
Their lineup is so weird. It's so weird to me.
Weird, but yeah, Royce O'Neal at 29 minutes. His main specialty is the 3-point shooting. He didn't really do that.
How many 3-point shooters they have now? They got Eric Gordon. They got him. They got I don't know.
Include Grayson Allen in this conversation?
I mean, I guess you have to if he's in the 50, 40, 90 club.
Yes, he is. That's my king. I will defend that man till the day I die.
I know you will. He's a scumbag. I don't know why you will, but
I will defend that man till the day I die.
Yeah, and I'm sure you and the 11 other people will too.
Oh no, there's an army. Stand back and stand by. The Thunder get Gordon Hayward. Hornets receive, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, Trey Mann, Davis Bertans, 2024 second and 2025 second. I think that this is a good ad for the Thunder.
So do I.
It gives them that veteran experience they need. Mm-hmm. I know they're on top of the West right now, but everyone's always talking about they're young, they're hungry, all that. They just need a veteran presence. They finally got one in Gordon Hayward.
I got no hate on this. It's a good move.
Yes, no hate. This one was an interesting one. Nets trade Spencer Dinwiddie to the Raptors. Raptors buy out Spencer Dinwiddie. He goes to the Lakers. The Nets receive Dennis Schroeder and Thaddeus Young.
Yeah, this was just a cap. I don't know if it was a cap dump or whatnot.
Yes.
It just seems that's what it was because immediate trade and cut and then signed with the Lakers is.
Did you see? I saw a tweet the other day. It was like Dinwiddie walking to the locker room after the Lakers won the other day. Someone said he looked like a character from Winning Time, and I couldn't unsee it. Like that was.
I mean, he kind of looks goofy, so I guess
That is fair.
guess you could his
fair.
little afro, but
Nets
you know
got
what?
killed by the Celtics the other day.
Let me ask you this though: does adding Dinwiddie make this not struggling but sort of mediocre Lakers team that much better? Either 30 and 26.
Again, Dinwiddie doesn't move me.
Yeah. I just want to bring up a quick fact. I don't know if everyone's following the NBA. Well, you should know by now. The Cleveland Cavaliers have come to play this year. What a run they have been on to start the new year. 18-3.
Of course.
Finish on a win to go in the All-Star break. This is a team that didn't need to make any moves at the deadline because they were already set. They finally got healthy. You go back to before. You go back to before they were winning.
If you're listening to this, get this clip ready for the video. Just get the clip ready for the video.
They were already winning without a healthy lineup. Now they're back and healthy. This team is hungry. They're ready to win. They're competing every night. They're getting everyone's chipping in. Georges Niang dropping 30. You got Sam Merrill shooting like 45 from three. Should be in the three-point competition, but didn't want to, so Donovan Mitchell's taking his spot. This team is so well-rounded right now. They're playing with so much passion and heart. They're on every board. Jared Allen has, I won't, this might be a stretch, but arguably top 5 center in the NBA playing like right now. I would you could almost have that conversation. I don't want to say top 3, but he's been phenomenal.
It's a conversation. It's a conversation.
They're a good team, and they're here to stay, and I'm with it. I'm riding them till they die. Good win to go in the All-Star break, and hopefully they can keep it coming.
All-Star weekend coming up this weekend. If you want to talk about that, it's something.
The players even the players came out and said it's so hard to have intensity in this game. We're just here to have fun. Like who the hell wants to watch that?
I know that, but we could talk like dunk contest, 3-point contest. Jalen Brunson's in the 3-point contest. Donovan Mitchell's in the 3-point contest. I was gonna say, is that really where we're just gonna go at it? You're gonna take Brunson, I'm gonna take Mitchell, and we're gonna see who's gonna win. It's clearly gonna be Mitchell. Brunson does not have that. He's not at that in him. He's not a quick shooter like that. Mitchell's grab and go. So here's the 3-point contest. So as mentioned before, Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Malik Beasley, Lauri Markkanen, Tyrese Halliburton, Karl-Anthony Towns, Trae Young, Damian Lillard. Who's the favorite? I wonder.
This is a sneaky sleeper pick. Malik Beasley.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that might be. He might win it because if you're really looking at to put something on this, that guy is straps. He is one of the best spot up shooters. I want to say in. Shout out to him at 2K because he's great in 2K. But he's a great spot up shooter in the NBA too.
Dave, you could get Malik Beasley at plus 650. That's value.
Yeah, he. Honestly, behind, just because I'm a homer, but behind Donovan Mitchell, I'm low-key. That would be my pick. I would probably go with Malik Beasley.
Oh, they have dope props here on FanDuel. This is certain. I fuck with this.
What are the odds someone jumps over a car, preferably a Kia?
I don't think they have. I don't think they have a dunk on. I don't think they have dunk contest props. Because Mac McClung is the overwhelming favorite. And speaking of the dunk contest, let's dive into that. Mac McClung, Jaime Jaquez, Jaylen Brown, and Jacob Toppin. Go Knicks.
Yeah, how many G-Leaguers or D-Leaguers are in that? I don't even...
2.
Yeah.
2. Jacob Toppin and Jaime Jaquez. It's Mac McClung's the overwhelming favorite. I think he's in this league just for this moment. And
this is like half his contract. He's got to win this.
That boy gonna shine. Trust me.
Yeah. He's doing it for money. He needs the money.
I think that Jaquez, because you remember his dunk contest in high school when he was at Sierra Canyon. He was doing shit. That was like, holy shit, a guy his size doing that? Ridiculous. Toppin, he's a Toppin. Like, he's going to do some flashy shit. And then Jaylen Brown, I have no idea what the fuck he's
doing. I think he's just in there to have fun.
He's just in there. I think he's just in there for a name.
Someone should ask him, instead of dunking, just dribble up the court with your left hand without losing the ball and see what happens.
Yeah. Let's see. We already did 3-point contest. There's another. Oh, the Steph versus Sabrina thing. What do we think? I think that might be fun.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, as much as dude, they're both sharpshooters. Like, I don't even understand what the point is. Like, who's the best shooter in the world? But like, if he's not in the 3-point contest, like, I don't understand how. You know, I feel like it should be the winner of the women's 3-point contest, and the winner of the
Yes.
men's should face off
Yeah.
for the
Okay.
title. I don't know.
That actually might work. We have the skills challenge. I always like the skills challenge. Skills challenge is always a good one. We have Team Pacers: Tyrese Halliburton, Benedict Mathurin, and Miles Turner taking on. Well, there's 3 teams. Team Top Picks: Paolo Banchero, Anthony Edwards, and Victor Wembanyama. And Team All Stars between Scotty Barnes, Tyrese Maxey, and Trae Young.
Yeah, that Wemby group's gonna win.
Yeah, that Wemby. Yeah,
That Wemby group's gonna win.
I think the Wemby group wins here.
Is that Caden?
Yeah, Caden. We have to talk about that because I seriously think it's 2020 Montverde.
It's
right?
just I don't think
you have to. It has to be.
They
it
ran
has to be 2020 Montverde. They don't get much attention because COVID. People have to realize that.
Yeah, but
they do
Chino
not
Hills,
get much attention because COVID.
Chino Hills was going against like some of the best schools in the country.
They lost to Oak Hill.
Yeah, but they beat what's their fate? They beat
Modern Day.
Modern Day, like they beat them like 100-45. Stan,
they didn't have anyone.
They're a public school. Bro, they were running a full court. They were running a
full transfer to Modern Day.
They were running one of the craziest 2-1-2 presses I've ever seen in my entire life, and they moved the ball like nobody else. That lineup that played had what, 5? They had 4 or 5 NBA players?
Just look back at this roster and just get back to me, okay? You have Dariq Whitehead, who went to Duke, is currently playing for the Brooklyn Nets. Cade Cunningham, duh. Moses Moody, who is playing for the Warriors. Ryan Nembhard, who's currently at Creighton because college basketball just doesn't make sense. Who's one of the best point guards in America, might I add. Scotty Barnes, no shit. Langston Love, who's still in college basketball somehow. Caleb Houston, one of the best players in high school at that time. Day'Ron Sharpe, in the NBA, again, one of the best high school players at that time. We look at that, like, how ridiculous is that? That's a ridiculous team.
Yeah,
Hill, I mean, they had guys coming off the bench. They had 5 stars coming off the bench, Montverde.
Chino Hills didn't run a bench. They ran 5 guys the whole game. 3 of them were brothers. You got, and you're gonna tell me back in the day, Lonzo Ball wasn't the best player, one of the best players in high school basketball.
He was.
Yeah, he was best player in college. And how impactful is he on the court? LaMelo Ball, at a 16-year-old, was dropping. He dropped like 92 points the year after he graduated.
He was cherry picking half the time.
That's their game plan. They all cherry pick. The 3 of them. They get one stop and hit a 3 in your mouth. And they had what, 4 NBA players on that team?
Yeah,
who they have? Yeah.
2020 Montverde had 1, 2, 3, 4 likely, because I'm counting the college players, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, but match up the starting 5, because they only run 5 at Chino Hills. Like, are you forgetting how good Lonzo Ball is?
So that starting 5, Scotty Barnes, Caleb Houston, Cade Cunningham, Moses Moody, Day'Ron Sharpe. We are not talking about how they were in the NBA. We're talking about how they were in high school.
Yeah, LiAngelo Ball averaged 35 points a game, Stan. What am I forgetting here? What am I forgetting here? Because listen to yourself, listeners. Stan, you just said
listen to myself
because you just said to me we're not talking about the NBA. We're talking about high school. I know he sucked in college and in the NBA. That man was one of the best 3-point shooters in the country in high school. So what is this argument right now? Because I don't think you watched what I watched. I think you're just going off recency bias because rewatch some of those 2016 games, Stan. Rewatch some of those games. I don't think you've watched them in a while.
Yeah, but they're playing. They're a public school playing against other California public schools. Montverde was traveling the country.
Chino Hills was having teams come play against them
in America.
Look at the Chino Hills schedule. They had ranked teams coming to them to play a public school and losing.
It's the never-ending debate, isn't it? This debate's never going to end.
I know, but have you seen those memes where it's like, dude, just go talk to her. It's not that it's like, what am I going to say? Just go talk to her. It's like, so who you got, 2020 Montverde or 2016 Chino Hills?
Yeah, really. It's like, the one I sent you like literally an hour ago was, go talk to her. Something about Gorgie Dang or something. Yeah. Gorgie Dang. Oh my God. All right. Or wait, there's a Rising Stars game. Let's talk Rising Star. Forgot the. How did we turn into? That's insane. How
I
did
don't
we
know.
turn from All Star game to Cheetah?
I
Oh,
said
Seattle
Caden
Stars.
them. I said Caden
Oh yeah,
them.
yeah. All right. We have we have the Rising Stars game. They changed it last year. I forget how it is, but it's basically they have 4 ex NBA / WNBA coach players as coaches. There was a draft. Here's how it goes: Pau Gasol. It will be Bilal Coulibaly, Jaime Jaquez, Brandon Miller, Brandon Podjemski, Jabari Smith Jr., Kason Wallace, Victor Wembanyama. That's a good team.
Yeah, I was just about to say that could be like a legitimate starting 5 in the NBA that's going to give you problems.
Tamika Catchings, Paolo Banchero, Dyson Daniels, Jalen Duren, Keontae George, Scoot Henderson, Jaden Ivey, Keegan Murray, Vince Williams Jr. Another good ass team. Holy shit. Jalen Rose, Jordan Hawkins, Chet Holmgren, Walker Kessler, Derek Lively, Benedict Mathurin, Shaden Sharp, Jeremy Sohan, Jalen Williams out of Santa Clara. The good one. And then there's an all G League team coached by Detlef Schrempf. Never forget.
Shout out.
NBA,
Yeah, I was just about to say, shout out Detlef
NBA
Schrempf.
2K14 legend.
Legend.
His 3 was so
unbelievable.
We have Eisen Almansa. These are all G League guys. Eisen Almansa, Matas Bruzelis, Ron Holland II, Mac McClung, Tyler Smith, Oscar Shibwe, and Alondas Williams. Former ACC Player of the Year, Alondas Williams, and former Wooden Award winner, Oscar Shibwe. The bracket goes to be Team Jalen against Team Tamika, and then Team Pau against Team Detlef. Winners meet in the finals. I believe there are odds here, and there are. Team Pau is the favorite at plus 145, Team Tamika plus 200, Team Jalen at plus 280, and Team Detlef Schrempf at plus 750.
I'm going with Detlef, dude. I'm really feeling that right now.
You got an ex-Wooden Award winner and an ex-ACC Player of the Year? Come on now.
I can't believe Imani Bates didn't get the nod.
He did get a nod. He's replacing someone. I forgot to mention
that. That's what I thought I saw.
He's replacing Ron Holland. He's on Team Detlef Schrempf.
Yeah, Detlef Schrempf's got a hooper. So there you go. That's the guy I would watch out for. He's dropping buckets on them.
Dyson Daniels.
He could show out. You never know.
Dyson Daniels is not on Team Tamika. He got injured. Vince Williams Jr. is his replacement. Shaden Sharp injured, replaced by Sohan. And then Holland injured, replaced by Imani Bates.
All right.
This is Friday, 9:00 tomorrow. Should be a good one. Can't wait. Yeah. I always loved all that. Like, what happened to All-Star Weekend when we were kids, man?
Yeah, the magic disappeared when everything was the same year in and year out, and not a single NBA superstar decided to do a dunk contest. So I'm watching guys that I've never heard of, throw the ball down.
Mac McClung.
You got like 4 G Leaguers going right now. It's just, I understand, like I get it, but at the same time, like, come on, we could do better.
Let's be honest. Are we going to be tuning in? Probably
no.
not.
No. This is like the Pro Bowl. I watch the NHL. Not.
Especially for me too, when there's college basketball on all day and a big UFC fight coming up.
And NHL hockey's on. I don't want to. I'd rather watch something competitive. Like
Tim's got to prepare for the fake tailgate that's happening.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully going to Hoboken. We'll see what happens.
Oh God. What a time! What could have been? Maybe next year.
The biggest what if in sports history.
The biggest what if in sports history is what if the New York Sports Exchange tailgate happened?
I would have went pro.
I would have went. Yeah, we could have had something. Mike Francesa could have been there.
Oh God! I was looking at a video today of him and Frank the Tank talking. His teeth.
Oh, that video was
crazy.
Awesome.
Francesa's teeth
are
so
awesome.
I can't get over his teeth, dude. They look so fake. They look so fake.
I want him as a guest. I want him on this show.
Everyone wants to talk to Francesa. You know what video I saw the other day? I know you're going to know what I'm talking about. When the caller called in the year after Jeter retired, he goes, I don't know if anyone's brought this up, and I don't know why they haven't, but it seems like the most logical move. Do you think Jeter would come out of retirement and play shortstop for the New York Mets? He's like, actually,
my favorite one was when someone called in talking about Aaron Judge winning the Triple Crown in 2017, and basically he was saying, the caller was saying that, or sorry, something about the Triple Crown, and Mike brought up Mickey Mantle winning the Triple Crown, and the caller goes, "Mike, Mickey Mantle is not a horse, okay?" I fucking pissed my pants on that one. There was another one. If any of you have ever seen the Mike Francesa call about James Franklin calling timeout when he had like the walk-ons on the field when they were up 45-0 against Rutgers and they had too many men on the field and he called timeout to preserve the penalty. Mike fucking lost his shit about that whole analogy, and it just made absolutely no sense, and that's what made it so funny. That's a top 5 call of all time. A top 5 rant of all time.
What's his face? Him and I'm not even gonna be able to think. Him and LaGreca. No, I'm just thinking of people like their rants are just like timeless. Like you could throw those on at a party.
Are all time.
Yeah,
we literally did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could just
stop throwing out a hypothetical. We literally threw on Don LaGreca rants.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. That's not the first time I've done that. All right, it's probably like the 14th time I've done that.
I tell him once, he's saying Don. I tell him twice, Don. It's just, oh my god, I love it. Tim, don't you think we'd kick ass on the Fan on a morning show?
I think probably like the 3 a.m. slot, but I think we could get it.
That's what I meant by morning. We do. If anyone's out there, get us on the Fan, please. I need a job.
You know what? I'm not denying that. I will also take a job on the Fan if you're offering.
If you're offering WFAN, please get us on the air. We'll hold the callers accountable. Don't worry. If they're spewing some bullshit. Oh yeah, dude. Don't even get me started. Don. You see him at the Willowbrook Mall. Boom! His sorry ass.
He wins a Super Bowl. Boom!
The mall at Willowbrook. Boom! Anyway, we still have 2 more sports topics to cover. The NHL. Rangers sort of back on track. They've sort of gained a lead on they've gained, I wouldn't say a substantial gap, but better than what it was before. There is a 6-point gap between first and second. Goes Rangers, Hurricanes, Flyers, the Devils making their way back. That's nice. Devils making their way back, but they're not in a wild card spot. The wild card spot in the East consists of Toronto and Detroit. We look at the Atlantic, Boston, Florida sneaking up there. I know Boston's been on a little bit of a losing skid as of late. Tampa at 63 points it seems like whoever the wild card teams are, that's going to be the biggest debate of them all. First place as well, because there's a large gap between second and third. In the West, the Central looks pretty tight. Dallas in the lead with 72. Colorado in second with 70. And Winnipeg with 69. Haha, nice.
Shut up.
in the Pacific, Vancouver with a 10-point gap in between first and second. Stan was right. 78 points. Vegas in second with 68. And look at Edmonton. When they were declared dead in October, they proved us wrong. 63 points in third place. We look at the Western Conference wild card. LA and St. Louis tied at 58 apiece. And then Nashville climbing up the ranks in third with 56 on the outside looking in. Stadium Series is on Saturday and Sunday. Tim, if we want to, do we even want to preview the Saturday game? I feel like the Sunday game is just the main event.
Yeah, you know what, Devils Flyers is going to be interesting if you're a fan for either of them, but if you're not, it's going to be a gritty game, pretty hard fought. I know The Devils are struggling goaltending wise a little bit. They are heating up. Jacob Markstrom trade fell through the cracks. They were
I did hear about that. Yes.
reportedly willing to move rookie Alexander Holtz, which I think, I mean, the grand scheme of things, is probably a good move for them. They also maybe would have got Noah Hannafin back in return, which would have helped them on the back end. But Sunday is the real main event. First time Isles Rangers face off this year. It's going to be an interesting one. There's a lot of this is sort of coming down to big time for both these teams, where they really need more so the Isles and the Rangers, but to start winning games, consistently to hold down a spot and keep ground in this playoff push. I don't know how it's going to go. I know Shesterkin's been hot as of recent.
Well, yeah, I think Igor's starting Sunday because Quick is confirmed for tonight.
Right. So we're going to be looking at two nice Russian goaltenders in net facing off against each other, Sorokin and Shesterkin. And I think that's really what it's going to come down to, Stan.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be who gets the better goaltending, because I think it's going to be good offensive chances on both sides. I'm hoping the Isles can play a good transition defense game. I know the Rangers like to capitalize a lot on that. So if we can just limit the chances, which they haven't been able to do as of recently, they'll be okay. But we'll see. I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun game.
Yeah. Your thoughts so far of Patrick Waugh as your head hockey coach?
I think it's going to take time for really anything to set in. You can't just install a new system overnight. I love his intensity, but it's the same little things that keep happening over and over and over again. And it's almost getting me to a point where I'm not even questioning coaching anymore. It's more of just the players themselves, because the turnovers are at such a premium rate right now. It's unbelievable how much they're turning the puck over. If they could just control the game, play like they did against Toronto, take away time and space, limit chances, they'll be a playoff team. But until they can prove they can do that, consistently, I don't know, Stan. I'm indifferent right now. I got, I need a little bit more time. This game will show me really who he is. If he can show out on the bench, start screaming, really get him into it, and he'll win me back over.
Speaking of MetLife Stadium, this is going to be my one I saw, but I feel like this needs to be a topic of its own. Why is the World Cup final at MetLife Stadium?
I think that is one of the funniest things ever. I think you have no idea how
I find it hysterical. Can you imagine the European mind trying to navigate the Secaucus Junction? Because I can't.
Stan, I think when they pull up and see highways and the Mall of America with
the American Dream,
Dream, sorry, you're gonna have, dude. I am I don't even know how to describe how excited I am just to maybe go to this tailgate and see how confused people are going to be driving. There's going to be so many accidents. There's going to be so many bad things happening. It's just going to be an interesting time if you live in the East Rutherford area.
Now,
you're in the tri-state area.
Imagine if Italy fucking makes it to the final.
Yeah. Damn.
Like, if you really think about that, I don't understand how. I truly don't get it.
Dude, I don't
understand. It's so funny. It's just so funny.
I'm as shocked as you are, just because whose idea was it that of all the places, people were like
East Rutherford, New Jersey. That's like the biggest joke ever. Because I remember when the Super Bowl was at MetLife, and you remember how they used to have like the NFL honors. I think the day before the Super Bowl or the week before the Super Bowl. I don't know. I think it used to be the day before the Super Bowl. But anyway, Alec Baldwin was hosting, and during his monologue, he said, the Super Bowl in the media capital of the world. Finally, East Rutherford, New Jersey.
I mean, I would be, if I was a player, I'd be like, what the hell, dude?
Oh, breaking.
What?
Rob Manfred has just announced that his current 5-year term as commissioner of Major League Baseball will be his last.
Really?
Yes. Retirement tour. Ending in 2029.
Shout out Rob Manfred.
Fuck him.
All right, I guess you're Rob Manfred.
5-year retirement tour is the most Manfred thing I've ever seen.
Dude listen, man. Guy needs his time to himself.
No question. I'm literally tweeting that. Like, it is the 5-year retirement tour is That's insane.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, come on. I don't know. 5-year retirement tour. What are we doing?
Oh my god. I mean, hey, at least we know when he's leaving. At least we know.
Yeah, I guess that's the one upside. We got a date.
Yeah, we got a date. 2029. When we're all married with children. Dad, what was it like when Rob Manfred was commissioner of Major League Baseball?
You don't want to know, son.
No. Speaking of baseball, some moves have been made. Corbin Burns is a Baltimore Oriole. The full trade did not take much. And when I say did not take much, it did not take anything.
It did not take anything.
It did not take anything at all. The Baltimore Orioles received Corbin Burns. Brewers received shortstop shortstop prospect. I almost said Joey Diaz. I'm on one today. Shortstop Joey Ortiz and left-handed pitcher DL Hall, and the 34th pick in the upcoming draft.
Yeah,
my question to you, and you're going to ask it back to me. Are the Orioles capable of winning this division?
Yes, 100%. I actually have them as my division favorite, and that's no knock to you. I understand the Yankees do get Juan Soto. I just think you got to understand what this team is. They're a young team who is building off a successful year they had last year. Think about this. Guys like Gunnar Henderson, guys like Adley Rutschman, guys like Jackson Holiday. I mean, these are young guys.
And they have new ownership now.
Exactly. They're going to be, much more willing to make moves this offseason.
What a statement to make, buying a team and trading for one of the best pitchers in baseball. I'm sorry. I'm happy that the AL East is competitive. Don't get me wrong. I just think that
they're doing all the right things.
It's something to keep an eye on.
They're doing all the right things.
Yes. Right now, I'm not scared because we look at the recent playoff history of the Baltimore Orioles, and it's not good. I don't think they even made it past the ALDS, if I'm not mistaken. I think the furthest they've gone was 2014 when they went to the ALCS against the Royals and lost. Remember that Miracle Royals team? Oh, wait. Is that when they lost? No, that was the... No. 2014. That was when...
2015 was the Miracle
Royals.
2014
was when they lost to the Giants. I just lost it. Now I had it. This rotation is going to be good, although they were hit with some bad news. Kyle Bradish, who had the best second half ERA in the American League among starters, is going on the injured list with a tear in his UCL. Bradish had a PRP shot, plans to continue throwing, and will try to pitch through it. That's definitely a risk, to say the least. I'm trying to find another tweet here. +2, John Means is a month behind his recovery, so that's also pretty big. So he might not be starting by opening day. Hey, we all say 162 game season. I don't care. Every fucking game matters. Gunnar Henderson has oblique soreness. We don't know what's going on with him. Yankees, some updates out of spring training. Scott Efros had back surgery, so he's going to be back by summer. Trevino is hurt, but he'll be back a couple weeks into spring training. So
this sounds like a mess.
It isn't. For the Yankees, it isn't. Not that bad of a mess. I'm really considering Austin Wells being the permanent starting catcher, so I'll leave.
All right, you know what? That's on you. That's all to you.
I think so. I just think he has the bat. He has the bat. That's really.
It's a bold statement, Stan.
I know it's a bold statement, and I value Trevino's defense, but I just love that bat, man. They just need as many lefties as possible in the lineup. I'm liking what everyone's saying out of Yankee camp, if I'm being honest.